California's Democratic supermajority legislature remains divided on this. One side wants dealers to face tougher consequences, while another fears that that would not help at all and only result in mass incarceration. In the Assembly, California lawmakers on a party line vote today rejected a Republican-led effort to suspend rules in order to fast-track 3 fentanyl-related bills that were either held up or rejected by the Assembly's Public Safety Committee. Those bills would have enhanced penalties for dealers, including those who target children by selling illicit fentanyl online, and those who deal who end up seriously physically harming someone as a result of those drugs. In the Senate, lawmakers had a lengthy discussion on the issue during a resolution establishing tomorrow as Fentanyl Awareness Day. Some lawmakers in that chamber criticized the Public Safety Committee there for killing Alexandra's law, even though it has the support of the majority of the Senate. That law would have required fentanyl dealers at the time of their conviction to be notified by the court that if they deal again and someone dies, they could face homicide charges.
How much worse does this crisis have to get for us to take serious action? How many more families need to be devastated?
Trafficking fentanyl, particularly large quantities of fentanyl, can be harshly punished under current law in the state of California and under federal law. That is the reality of the current law in the state of California. I know there are people who would like to increase the length of sentences. Let's be clear, we went down that path before.
Lawmakers do agree there needs to be a health care focus on this issue. So there are efforts making their way through the state capitol that makes testing, treatment, prevention efforts more available, including making Narcan more available across the state. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zabala, KCRA 3 News.
Lawmakers say that there will likely be a special hearing on how to tackle the fentanyl crisis, and that's to come later this month.